Ma'am, how do you combat this misinformation? Economics, the jargons, the heavy words. Like I'm totally a student of literature, but I'm going to vote. I have this equal power with finance minister भी vote करेंगे, मैं भी vote करूँगा, farmer भी vote करेंगे. तो आप ये misinformation को कैसे हटाएंगे? बहुत कुछ किया है आपने बोला है, लेकिन how do you?
By repeatedly answering questions such as yours. You seem to have, I have no problem, do ask me. I'm not hitting at the proverbial so-called, we are the messengers, you're hitting at us. Don't get into that
So you don't have a problem asking?
You can ask, but I would want you to ask the same thing also to those who are doing the dushprachar. Will you ask the TMC chief that if she reduced the price here, while all the BJP ruled states reduced when Prime Minister Modi brought the rate down? One. Second, why is it that in West Bengal, many of the schemes of the central governments which are directly aimed at the aspirational class, those who've just come out of poverty, who are getting into wanting to be middle class, for them there are so many schemes. Why is she not allowing them? Wouldn't you want to ask her that question? Isn't the middle class, the poorer, lower middle class people of Bengal not deserving of all the schemes which Prime Minister Modi is bringing? You didn't allow that. And when you didn't allow these schemes to come, when you didn't reduce the price when Modi reduced the excise duty, you go about saying that it is Prime Minister Modi's taxes which are burdening the middle class. I would want you, media, to ask your own Chief Minister in Bengal, what was Bengal earlier and what is it now? Do you know that in Bengal, you're worried about middle class? I want to tell you, for 20 years now, continuously, 2 decades, the per capita income of Bengal is much lower than the national average. Is that not affecting the middle class?
But once Murshidabad alone, one district used to garner 5% of the world GDP during pre-independent era in Bengal.
Please remind that also and tell her that for 2 decades continuously, the per capita income of Bengal is much lower than the national average.
Who is responsible,
okay,
ma'am?
Well, that's what I'm asking. If the national average...
Bengalis
no, wait a minute,
people of
wait
Bengal are suffering.
You've asked me a question, I'll answer it.
Please.
So when the national average is higher than your state's average, who's responsible, pray? Directly you can answer that. One. Second, monthly consumption, final consumption expenditure which families do, again in Bengal, is far lower than the national average. What does that mean? An ordinary citizen spends to keep his household going. He normally spends on day-to-day, buying of soap, oil, cooking oil or food or anything. That expenditure, compared with the national average, is about half in Bengal. If people have money in their hands, they will spend. There are no opportunities here. The net migration from Bengal, let me tell you this right up front. At one point in time, people go out for work. There are many who come here in search of work. Net, Bengal used to receive more people coming to Bengal to work. Today, since 2010, let me put it on your record. Since 2010, more than 1 million people have gone out of Bengal looking for opportunities elsewhere.
But Mamata Banerjee is saying that centre is not giving jobs, centre is stopping the allotments. And I specifically quote Mamata Banerjee that stepmotherly attitude by centre, it has been there since decades.
I want to know which are the specifics she's telling about it. No good saying stepmotherly. I want to ask which is the specific area in which we've not given her the help. More than 10,000 crores have been given in the last 3 years only for the state to spend on capital expenditure so that it can create jobs, you create assets.
For Bengal only?
Only for Bengal. Special capital assistance for states. All states receive. Bengal alone received since 2021-22, 22-23, 23-24. More than 10,000 crores have come to the state for building capital assets, which would generate jobs, which will generate demand for core industries, because if you're building something, you need steel, you need cement. So 10,000 crores have been given. All right? Then, I'm sorry to say, since you're repeatedly referring to your Honorable Chief Minister, every scam that has happened in this state, whether it is the teachers related, whether it is PDS related, whether it is midday meal related, you look at it, they are all schemes which are affecting the poorest of the poor. In that, there are scams. 23,000 people were recruited and the Supreme Court has said, please, no, it's wrong. Are they not middle class and poor? Who sold whatever little things that they had and bribed your minister, who was arrested subsequently, to get the jobs.
So you are saying that this is Mamata Banerjee who is anti-middle class?
I'm saying that every scandal that has happened in Bengal, which has gone to the Supreme Court, after passing through the High Court, after passing through various agencies, are all hitting the poorest of the poor, PDS, who benefits from public distribution system. Teacher recruitments, who are the kind of people? Are they top industry's daughter or sons? The scandals are all happening here in Bengal on those schemes which are funded also by the center. The state may also put something into the scheme, but that which is aimed at improving the lot of the poorest of the poor. She's shedding tears for middle class. The poorest of poor in Bengal are being ripped off. What is PDS scam? What is Manrega scam? What is this midday meal scam? And what is the teacher recruitment? Are they not aiming at the middle and the poor class? It is there she and her ministers, I'm sorry to say, are accused of having ripped off people. And in this case, at least the teacher recruitment, the verdict has come from Supreme Court. So in what way are you accusing Prime Minister Modi as, not doing anything for middle class? Whatever little is being done, you're ripping them off. I think the Bengal government led by Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister, has a lot to answer. And your question, therefore, is not to me. It should be asked of her. I'm giving you solid examples.
I'm also quoting you, ma'am, if you can clarify our viewers regarding this. And I specifically quote that you have said that I won't pay for the fake beneficiaries in Bengal. Also, you have accused state government of cheating taxpayers and said that baap ka paisa hai kya ki aise dunga. What is this language, ma'am?
Why not? What language do you want me to speak? The Sandesh Kali language? Tell me. Is it my father's money is perfectly acceptable at a Bengal where violence, political violence is the language you speak? I don't do political violence. I'm sorry, I don't know with what intention you're asking me to answer these kind of questions. It is the truth that nearly 25 lakh fake bills were given. Whose money is there in the Consolidated Fund of India? Taxpayers' money, your taxpayers' money, so his money. That's what is there. And it is that money that I have to carefully spend. It's not my parents' money. I repeat. What kind of language? What's the objection you have in that language? Is that my father's money? I still ask you. Even if it's my father's money, money is Mahalakshmi. I have to treat it with respect. Taxpayers' money, even more. When fake bills come out of the state, and it has been pointed out by the CAG, after that you expect me to honor it? I'm sorry. You have to sit up and think of what you're up to it. What are you up to? Are you defending a government which is continuously doing wrong things and you want to, just because Modi and Modi's ministers are available to answer, you want to ask us questions? Please do ask and see if you're able to get an answer.